Hello, everyone. Good evening and a very warm welcome to all our guests on Zoom and on Facebook who have joined us on this wonderful episode of Glyphs. Stay with us as we get you acquainted with two very unique passions, the flute and horse riding. To the audience, we will be recording this episode for quality purposes. Glyphs essentially means the representation of a character. And what better way to identify what a person truly is than to observe what he loves from within. That's why the name Glyphs. It also stands for being a symbol that represents something beyond the face value. And so, to highlight what we do, we have chosen three symbols or three glyphs to represent what the concept is all about. These symbols are what you saw in the logo. They stand for create, connect, and express, or CCE, like we love to say, hashtag passion matters. Glyphs aims to be a platform where you indulge in to identify the passion created within you, connect with each other, and openly and ingenuously express your thoughts and passions. Now, as to why we started this channel, all of us have that one thing in our life that makes us truly, really happy. We might call it a liking, a talent, a desire, or even a passion. It is that one thing that is completely unique to us. It can be that you love to sing or play an instrument. You could be passionate about photography, painting, doodling, or something as unique as stone balancing. This might be something that you are not necessarily doing as your work. In fact, it is better if you have a passion that helps you unwind and enjoy your own company. The reason why we thought to create this channel was so that we could all become a part of a community of people that are bound together by mutual love and respect for all kinds of passions. It is meant to encourage us to keep pursuing our passions. It is meant to have a group of people who see, learn, and appreciate the things that you do. And it is also an avenue where you can find out about the so many different things, the different kind of activities that could potentially become your passion. And that's exactly what we are here to do. Create, connect, and express. Congratulations to Team Glyphs for completing 1 month of launching this channel. 1 month of creating a community of people with some amazing passions. 1 month of connecting with over 15,500 patrons with similar interests. 1 month of expressing passions and emotions with an audience from 21 countries across the globe. Glyphs, create, connect, express. Such a wonderful knowledge-filled month it has been. Knowledge from various fields like music, dance, poetry, even puppetry, art, wildlife conservation, and fort restoration. Over 22 performers have been with us through the inception of Glyphs since we launched on the 19th of April, 2020. We have had performers who have joined us from Dubai, Dublin, Austria, and of course in India from Sangli, Chennai, Mangalore, besides our very own Pune. Thank you to each and every one of you who have supported us through this amazing first month of our journey. I'm your host, Kavita Avasti, welcoming you on behalf of Team Glyphs to this 9th episode of our channel. We will be exploring two beautiful relationships today. The relation of a flutist with his flute, and that of a horse rider with his horse. One of the only instruments that does not need tuning, and with the privilege of being one of the oldest instruments in the world, invented more than 35,000 years ago, is the flute. We always say it is never too late to start a passion. This is exactly what happened to our guest, Arjun Dikshit. At the age of 44, Arjun realized that he wanted to learn the flute. He not only learned it, but took it to a level where now it has become his passion. In spite of being a photographer by profession and returning home tired almost every day, his passion is so strong that he does not ever miss his riyaz. He has been trained by his guru, flutist Milind Date, who is one of the earliest disciples of Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia. Arjun's wife, Sharmila, is a classical singer who has been Arjun's greatest support in this passion. And it is his dream to be able to perform on stage with his wife. So Arjun, after such an exhausting career, we would like to ask you, how did this lovely instrument become your passion? Please do share it with our audience. Arjun, over to you.
Thank you, Kavita. And it's a pleasure to be on this channel today. So from a flute perspective, the journey started 10 years ago when I started to learn tabla. And this was my entry into Indian classical music. So after learning tabla for 5-6 years, I happened to meet my teacher, Mr. Milind Date, and I was fortunate for him to take me as a student. I loved flute from the beginning, from childhood, and I loved the sound. So I was very interested in learning it. So then once I started to learn with Mr. Milind Date, the more deeper you go in Indian classical music, the more you learn. And that's how my journey started.
Lovely. Yes. Thank you. And I also want to ask you that most of us feel that the flute is a very basic instrument made out of wood. Mm-hmm. So what I do want you is to share with our audience about what are the different kinds of flutes that we see.
Sure. So, yes, so Indian Basuri is made of bamboo, and it's a very simple bamboo flute. So you can see it here. It's bamboo with a few holes here, and it's hollow with one end which is closed. Nowadays, you get in different material also. You get metal flutes, which is largely played on the western side. And also now fiber flutes have started coming in. So if you look at Bansuri, this comes in different sizes. So this is and each size means a different scale. So this is a G sharp flute, which is this size, and then you get a bigger size flute. So if you guys can see, which is a bass flute. So they're in different sizes. So for example, if I have to play a tune, let's say I start from G sharp. So if you can notice the different sounds that comes in, that'll be great. So this is a G sharp flute, and if I play the same thing on an E scale, which is a little larger, so this is a deeper bass sound, and there's a little larger one. So this is the largest one I have right now, which is a D sharp one. Notice the different flutes.
Yes, thank you so much, Arjun. Thank you for sharing that with us. Sometimes we take things for granted. Lovely. Thank you so much. So audience, time to peek into the world of flutes. let's get ready for the Glyphs quiz. A request to the people who have joined us on FB also. This is open for you. We would love to know your answers in the chat box. For the guys on Zoom, please remember to select panelist and audience when you give the answer so that everyone knows what you're talking about. Yes? Starting with the first question. How many holes does a flute have? Before you answer, there are two types of music that we have in India. We have a northern Hindustani music and southern Carnatic music. There are flutes associated with both the schools of music. How many holes do we have in both the schools of music? No, Abhijit, no, Shilpa, it's not 7. It's not 7. Apurva, yes, it is 6. Which one has 6? It's not 10. Yes, Apurva. The Hindustani music, the flute associated with the Hindustani music has 6 holes. That's right. And the one with the Carnatic music, has 8 holes. Yes, that's for the flute. Thank you. Yes, Vaidehi, that's right. 8 holes, right. Coming to the next question. All of us have always associated the flute with Krishna. The first thing that comes to our mind when we see Krishna is his flute. Have you ever thought, who has taught Krishna the flute? Come on, guys. The audience on FB and the people who have joined us here. No, he did not teach himself, not Yashoda. Yes, Ninad, I know it's a difficult one. We've never really thought about it. It was Lord Shiva who taught Krishna the flute. He not only taught him the flute, he gifted Krishna the first flute when Krishna was only 6 years of age. That's right, yes. Also, flute is what we call the instrument. What are the other names for the flute that Krishna had? I want 2 names that we call the flute that Krishna had. Basuri, yes, Basuri is one of them. What is the other one? Yes, that's right, Murli. The 2 names are Basuri and Murli. Yes, thank you so much. Now, the next question consists of 2 parts. I already told you that the flute was invented 35,000 years ago. What I want you to tell me, one, is where was this flute invented? And second, initially it was played in a different style. Later on, it started playing in the horizontal way, which you just saw Arjun performing. So one, I want the name of the place where it was invented. And second, the name of the place where the horizontal style of playing was invented. The names of the 2 places. It's not Africa. Shilpa says pass. Okay, Shilpa, which means I'm not Googling. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, Germany is the vertical one. Yes. Not Mathura, no. So 35,000 years ago, it was invented in what we call the present day Germany. Then it was called the Swabian Alps. And the second answer to the question as to where the horizontal style was invented, it is our very own India. That's where the style was invented. Otherwise, till then, it was the vertical style which was played. All right, that's it for the flute, world of flute. Moving on, guys. To Arjun, he always says that the flute puts him into a meditative state. It is his form of meditation. What I would like to ask Arjun is to share some beautiful memory about his playing the flute. Arjun, over to you.
Yes, thanks, Kavita. So I was performing in a heartfulness meditation center last year in Diwali, during Diwali Pahad. And so there it was a program that was arranged. I went there early in the morning. We started playing after the meditation. And after I finished my playing, suddenly there was a lot of silence. And I was wondering what happened. But then later on, everyone gave me feedback that it was very good and that they went into a meditative state listening to the flute. So that was very heartwarming, and it felt very good. And then I said, yes, I mean that is a meditative state, and I was very fortunate to share my meditative state with everyone else. So that was really a good experience for me.
Beautiful. Thank you. I think all of us are ready to go into a meditative state ourselves as well. So, Rag Durga, a rag which invokes the Shringar Ras. This is typically sung in the evening. Sawan Ka Mahina is one of the famous songs from Bollywood, which is based on this rag. And today, Arjun will be playing a beautiful bandish and alap based on this rag, Rag Durga. So, Arjun, over to you.
Thank you. So guys, I'll just switch to the tabla also, and I'll play bandish. Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. Sorry, tabla went off. Volume. Play in volume. you go. Thank you.
Wow, Arjun, that was absolutely beautiful. Like so many people said, very peaceful, very soothing. So that just proves that it does put us into the meditative state. Thank you so much, Arjun.
Thank you.
That actually makes me want to share these two beautiful lines. निश्चल प्रेम से निर्मल संगीत बहता है. निश्चल प्रेम से निर्मल संगीत बहता है. सुर बांसुरी से नहीं, वादक के हृदय से बहता है. This is just what we have witnessed. The passion which Arjun has for his flute has resulted in this amazing melodious performance. Thank you so much, Arjun, for taking us through such a melodious, such a wonderful journey. Thank you on behalf of our audience.
Yes. Thanks.
And before we move to our next guest, of course, over to Gayatri. Gayatri will take us about a few things on how you can be a part of Glyphs. Gayatri, over to you.
Thank you, Kavita. And I do agree with all our audience and with Kavita when they say, it was such a serene and peaceful performance by Arjun. Really, really required in these days of inner chaos. Am I right? So what is the effect of passion? The effect of passion, the effect that your passion has on you and with the people around you is just this, right? It inspires, it makes people think. What is passion after all? Passion is your version of magic within you and around you. With the power that a passion can have, you never know who you may inspire or who you may make smile or even cry with joy. It doesn't need to be fancy, guys. Passion is at its best when it is in its simplest form. Okay, tell me one thing, all of you audience here and all our viewers on FB today. How many of us know someone who has been painting for years together now? If you know someone, you can simply type a yes on the chat box. Or do you know someone who is extremely passionate about fitness? Or maybe they dance very well, or maybe they read a lot, or maybe they're a pet lover, or plays a musical instrument. So many yeses. Yes, we definitely know people around us who do this, and probably so many more other things which can come around if you talk to them. People have so many different varieties and different genres of passion. I'm sure even some of us attending the episode today are also some people who have fantastic passions. If you are one of them, do type me on the chat box and we will know that you're one of us. So then if there is such a lot of lovely passion around us, what is stopping us? Let's all come together and create waves of happiness and magic and learnings and so much more together. Glyphs is a free channel. It's a free channel which will showcase performances on 2 days every week, on Thursday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 5 p.m. And each of you, believe me, each of you can be a part of this. We have divided the performances into 3 verticals. One is knowledge sharing. Second is performing arts. And the third is static arts. You may have knowledge about a particular topic which you may want to share with everyone and create awareness about it. Knowledge has no boundaries. We are open to listening to all kinds of it here. Or you may be someone who would love to display a certain passion, or maybe that you may have for poetry, or maybe dance or singing, like I mentioned before. The performing arts. The list is endless. The possibilities are infinite. And we at Glyphs are here to listen to each and every one of you. We invite all passionate people to join hands. Every week, we will have 4 people talking about their passion or performing something about their passion. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you 3 simple ways of being a part of Glyphs. All right. The first way, to join us every week for our episodes, just like you're a part of us today on Zoom and on FB, both. And don't forget to share these episodes on Facebook and Instagram with your friends and family. The second way is to get in touch with us to perform on one of our Glyphs episodes. And the third way is to refer a friend or a relative to Glyphs whom you would love to see on an episode. So what we are going to do today, we are going to run a small quick poll right now. We would love to know, what are you thinking right now? I suppose everyone is looking at a poll on your screens. It has 4 options and you can select more than one. There is no restrictions at Glyphs. The first one, I would like to watch every episode of Glyphs. The second one, I would like to spread the message passion matters. This you can do on Facebook. Third one, I would like to perform or talk about my passion on an episode on Glyphs. And the fourth one is, I would like to refer a friend or a relative to perform about their passion on an episode. For our viewers on Facebook, please do share on the comment box which of these options would you like to choose. We will be reading these comments and we will be getting back to you. So I believe the poll is still on and we have all our options. Are we ready to publish the results? Oh, superb, superb. So for everyone who would like to watch our episodes, please stay tuned with our channel for every week. For everyone who would like to spread the message, do use Facebook and Instagram for sharing these episodes. And for the rest of the two categories, please get in touch with us on our email ID, connect@glyphscce.com. Perfect. So there's one thing I would like for all of you to remember. I'm going to leave you with this small little message. Your passion is your place in this world. It is your life. Go on and do all you can with it. The world is waiting for you guys. Thank you so much. Back to you, Kavita.
Wow. Thank you, Gayatri, and thank you, audience, for participating in that poll. As we move on, I would like to start with some beautiful lines that show the connection between the horse rider and his horse. As a rider, the best compliment you can get is not from your trainer, it is from your horse. When he does what you want, he is saying, I understand. And that is the best reward. Ashay Khire and his horse Arjuna. This is precisely the lovely bond that both of them share. He started horse riding just after he completed his 10th standard board exams. That too, after his dad saw him galloping on a horse in Mahabaleshwar. The most amazing part is, he competed for the state level championship only 6 months after he started learning, at the age of 15. Ashay says his dream is to represent India in the Olympics in his passion of equestrian sport. So Ashay, we would want to ask you, tell us more about this amazing relationship or the amazing communication between the horse and its rider. Ashay, over to you.
Thank you, Kavita ma'am. So speaking about a relationship between a horse and a rider, it is very important to be a good rider, to train your horse, but it is more important to be a good horseman, to build a nice relationship with your horse. So for that, a good horsemanship means that a rider should look at his horse like a family member, like a partner, and not like just an animal. Then a proper welfare of the horse should be his first priority. Like a horse needs everything, right from dentistry to physiotherapy to his day-to-day routine. So to keep him fit, everything has to be on the point. A horse that does everything for a rider is not only for the food he gets, but it is also for the love and the emotional attachment that they have between them. A wise or a top rider once said that all you can give to a horse is love, respect, and teach him good manners, and the horse will then do anything for you.
Wow.
To tell you a small story
Yes.
about this, I'll tell you some incidences that happened with me. So one day, a couple of years back, I went to the stable and I couldn't see my horse anywhere. So I went in the stable and he was lying down there and he was sweating. So I saw he was sick. I went and sat next to him, and the first thing that my horse did was he lifted his head and he put it on my lap. That is where I felt that this animal trusts me, or this friend trusts me, and he started getting attached to me. The second one was a couple of years back with some 10 riders and 10 horses. I went on a trail ride from Thal near Alibag to Revdanda. That has been the longest time I've sat on a horse. We started at around 8 in the morning and we finished at around 5:30 in the evening. That is where I would say I felt those peaceful vibes and a connection between a horse, his rider, and nature.
Beautiful, Ashay. That is so absolutely touching. Wow, thank you so much. Audience, let's have some fun. We are going to put on a small poll. I think at some time, in some point in our life, each of us have sat on a horse. At least I'm hoping that each of us have actually done a little bit of horse riding. I'm going to put a poll there and I want you to answer. Have you ever ridden a horse? Have you ever done horse riding? Yes or no? That's the poll for you on your screens. For the people on FB, the question will be there. Please give us your answers there as well. Yes, please put it on the poll. We would love to know. Have you ever done horse riding? All right. Yes. Can we have the results? Yes, I think more than 50%. Wow, 83% of people have said that they have ridden a horse. That's beautiful. I think that just shows the kind of passion that a lot of people have for the horse. Beautiful. Amazing. Moving on to the second question. We know for a fact, Ashay, that horse riding is not easy. In fact, handling a horse is even less easy. So what we want you to do is actually guide our audience or share with us as to why anybody should take up horse riding as a passion. Ashay, over to you.
Well, I started riding horses because it was my childhood passion, and I am still highly inspired by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, and I think the horse connected more to me with him. Uh, so yeah, it changes your life completely. That is why the name of the theme is the equestrian lifestyle. It completely changes and builds your lifestyle. It is called a gentleman's sport. So your attitude to look at anything or everything that goes in your life changes from a normal person to a gentleman. You start thinking positively, you start thinking nicely. In current days, you'll see people talking about problems everywhere, problems in life, problems at the job. So for us as riders, a jump or an obstacle or a fence is a problem for us. And what we learn from horse riding is the bigger the fence goes, the tighter you have to sit and the confidently you have to go. So if you follow this in your life, I think you'll be capable enough to face every problem rather than just running out from it. Plus, it is also said in the defense services that an officer that can handle a horse can have a control over a battalion. So I think even that is the point behind controlling a horse. It's not easy. And it is also head to toe exercise. So I've seen people, maybe top riders who are competing still at Olympics, World Equestrian Games who are 60, 65. And I think the sport is the only key behind their fitness. Plus, there are some more benefits you get from horse riding. It improves your mental and physical conditions. It is a good cardio exercise. These days, people do a lot of cardio. So for them, it's good. Plus, it develops qualities of leadership, teamwork, confidence, concentration, multitasking, alertness, and bravery. Also, it is a good pranayam for the people who like to do it.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Amazing. We had never thought of it. We just think of a horse and put it there. So for the audience, if you do have any questions, please put them and our experts will get back to you soon. All right. So Ashay has galloped the horses. It's time for our audience to gallop their minds. Get ready for the quiz. Again, a reminder, please select panelist and audience when you're answering, and also to our joinees from FB, please pay attention to the questions. So, grown-up horses have different names based on their gender. What do you call a grown-up male and female horse? Please put your answers here. Grown-up horses, male and female, what are they called? Come on, I need quick answers. If the answers come in delayed, that means you're Googling. Yes, it's a mare. Yes, that's right, Amit. Yes. And the female? The male is called the stallion. Yes. And the female is called the mare. That is right. Yes. So the male grown-up horse is called a stallion. A grown-up female is called a mare. In fact, you should also know that the young horses also have names depending on the gender. The young male horses are called colt and the females are called fillies. Okay, moving on. How do you judge the age of a horse? Quickly. How do you judge? Yes, Amit, that is right. Yes. Yes. The answer is that you judge it by its teeth. That is right. In fact, if all of you have heard this कहावत in Hindi, दान में दिए गए घोड़े के दांत नहीं गिना करते, or like you say in English, don't look a gift horse in its mouth. This is the reason why that muhavra has come up. In the olden days, it was very common to gift horses to your friends. Looking at the teeth of a horse that was gifted was an insult to the person who was giving it, because it meant you were trying to judge the age of the horse. That's why it says, "Daan mein diye hue ghode ke daant nahi gina karte." That's the one. Okay. The next, I want the name of the horse which is supposed to have lived for the longest lifespan. What is the name of the horse that lived the longest? Yes? Come on quickly. Yes, Abhijit, that is right. The answer is Old Billy. The horse was born in England. Yes, Gandhar, that's right. The horse was born in England. It lived to a phenomenal age of 62 years. Considering that a horse lifespan is only 20 to 25 years, that was absolutely phenomenal. He died in the year 1822. Okay, what I'm going to show you on your screens is the pic of a laughing horse. A lot of us have seen this expression on the face of a horse. I want you to tell me, what does this expression of the laughing horse mean? What is the meaning of this expression of the laughing horse? All of us, 83, no, he's not yawning. All of us have said that we have ridden a horse at some time. When you see a horse doing this, what is the horse actually doing? No, Sandeep, he's not just trying to be cool. No, he's not yawning. He's not asking for food, Tanushri. Okay, I'm going to give you this one. He's not also bored. It means that he has smelt something that he has not liked, or he has tasted something that he has not liked. It actually means, yes, he's smelling. That's right, Lakshmikant. He is smelling. It's his form of sniffing. Normally, when he doesn't like a particular smell and odor, or he doesn't like a particular taste, that's the expression that comes on the horse's face. Okay, the last question for the day. On an average, how long does the memory of a horse last? Horses have a long memory. How many years, how long does that memory last? I'm just going to give you a hint. They normally compare it to the memory that an elephant has. So, how many years? Okay, I'm going to give that to you. No, not till death. Normally, the memory lasts for about 10 years. That's phenomenal for a horse, which is the reason, yes, Priya, that's right, 10, which is the reason why we say that there is a very strong bonding between the horse and humans. That's because they have a good memory. So moving on and going to Ashay. Asha, we would like to know what is the situation of horse riding or the equestrian sport in India, considering that it is an expensive sport. What is the situation of this sport in India? Over to you.
So to start with a bit of information about the sport, equestrian is the only sport in which men and women compete together, and it is played all over the world up to the Olympics and World Equestrian Games. Some of the events are show jumping, eventing, and dressage, in which people compete at the top level. In India, the sport is developing quite well. Recently, in the last Asian Games, we got a individual and a team silver medal in 3D eventing. And the individual silver medalist, Mr. Fuad Mirza, has been qualified for the Tokyo Olympics. Plus, there are a couple of people like my mentor, who has been with me, like my elder brother all the time, Mr. Rohan More. Like them are going from places to places, educating people about horses or about the sport. Also, India is the only country to have the only cavalry regiment, which is the 61st Cavalry.
Beautiful. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Ashay. Audience, again, I would like to tell you, you do have a lot of questions, we understand. Please put in the questions in the question answer section or the chat box, and we will be answering these, giving the answers to these questions on our Facebook page. The experts will answer them. Okay, moving on, we have some amazing videos of Ashay and Arjuna doing some show jumping events. Audience, please do watch them and let us know your comments. The people on Zoom and the people on FB, here are the videos for you.
So this one was a triple combination or a gymnastic kind of exercise, in which the last jump is a oxer. It's 130 meter by 110 meter oxer, so it's a big fence. But it is normally called a triple combination or is used as gymnastics. In this, I've mixed couple of show jumps with couple of cross-country fences, but this is how a normally course is set for either indoor eventing or for show jumping. So if you just saw the video, the couple of fences are some hard fixed fences, natural fences, and couple of them are built with a pole. So it's a mixture of some eventing cross-country fences and some show jumping fences.
Beautiful.
This one has been my favorite round till date. It's from the Japloop Annual Equestrian Games. It's a cross country in which I'm galloping with my horse throughout the course and some fixed natural obstacles.
Wow. I think a lot of us have actually got goosebumps looking to that thing. It's absolutely beautiful, Ashay. Absolutely. So, audience, equestrian, the only sport in which a human has to team up with an animal. That too, an animal which is around 1,200 pounds. This teamwork results in a deep bond of trust and love. I think that is what Ashay has just shown us so beautifully. So thank you, Ashay, for sensitizing our audience to this beautiful bond between the horse and his rider. Beautiful, Ashay. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Kavita ma'am. Thank you, Glyphs, for sharing this platform or building this platform for the passionate people. And thank you, everyone, for being with us today evening on this beautiful show. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would again like to specially thank our performers, Arjun Dikshit, who is actually a photographer by profession, but who took us through the melodious world of the flute today. And again, thank you to Ashay, who is a horse rider who has definitely, I think, touched a chord with all of us by sharing that lovely connection between him and his horse. Thank you again, Arjun and Ashay. This show on this stage can never become a box office hit without the support of a stronger team working back end. I would especially like to applaud Aniruddha Bhide, who handles the technical side of GlyphsCCE. He manages the Data Analytics Center in Pune University. And of course, Ankita and Mangesh from DW Place Solutions, who handle our social media promotions. And of course, a special thank you to Salil, Tanushri, and Gayatri, the founder of this channel, Glyphs, who every week put in endless hours of discussions at the back end to make Glyphs CCE channel a reality. Last but not the least, thank you to each and every supportive audience from India and from across the globe for being with us today and encouraging us for all the episodes that we have aired so far. I am your host, Kavita Avasti, signing off for today. My team and I shall be waiting to see you on our next episode on Sunday at 5 p.m. Till then, stay safe, take care, and have a wonderful weekend ahead. Goodbye, and see you soon, friends. For our loyalists, we would like all of you from FB and from Zoom to please join us backstage. There we have the names on the screen. Can we have Rachna, Anagha, Shabir, Abhijit, Kaustubh, Sampat Maske, Mandar Mahajan, Parag, Pallavi Shelatkar, Shilpa Deshpande, Rita Makhija, Vaishali Ranade, Sharad Avasti, Manisha Shah, Smita Chorankar, Sangeeta Talghatti, Ashwini Paranspe, Amit Jaide, Hemangi Vartak, Lakshmikant Vibratas, Rajas, Nirmohi. Okay, if I have missed out on anyone, you can please wait on here and please join us backstage. We would love to interact with you.